You know what it feels like to be judged simply because of how you look?
Of course I do. I'm part robot.
Hold it!
I'm part robot. I'm part robot. Robot. Of course I do.
So if you saw the title and you're like, oh my god, is this the one? Well, yeah, it is that one. So hey, what's up guys? It is Ace there, and thank you so much for watching. And today I'm going to bring you guys a 3rd gen Wi-Fi battle versus the one, the only OMGHIDE. Now, if you don't know who OMGHIDE1 is, then I just don't know how you even know what 3rd gen is, because him and I have been doing this for a very long period of time, almost 6 or 7 years now, and we both have been really close when it came to 3rd gen, but we never got the opportunity to battle, and finally we got that opportunity, and this is that battle. So this is going to be a pretty amazing battle, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, if you look at the description, you'll see something called DAT question. It's generally just a question that I ask so I can get you guys' opinion on things, and you'll also see some other cool things down there too, like featured move sets and tips. So if you answer that question, you'll be a pretty awesome person, but only answer it if you have the time to. Now, if you look at this team is generally my get my business done team, because this team always basically just gets the stuff done for me, because it has excellent synergy with all these Pokemon, because generally Snorlax is the one that really keeps it together and keeps it really fluent, but then I have everything else on my team that really supports it really nicely. So I would give you a weakness and resistance chart, but I'm not going to do that because it's not applicable to this kind of battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed this amazing 3rd gen battle. It was really epic because it was against a really epic person. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go. So part of the reason why this battle is so important is because Hyde has been really just getting on his high horse saying that he's better than me, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to put you back in check really quickly before you get too far. But anyway, he's gonna lead off with an Umbreon, and I'm gonna lead off with my Zapdos, and I am gonna be going for a Roar, thinking that he's gonna go for a Mean Look or something, because that's generally what Umbreons do, but he doesn't even do that. He goes for a Taunt, and then I switch into John River because I thought that then he would go for a Mean Look, but then he goes for a Substitute, and I know I can't do anything to a Substitute, so this is just bad. So now I'm gonna go into my Falsetto, and he's gonna go Baton Pass into his Hitmonlee. He's gonna predict me to switch out, but I'm not stupid, so I am gonna be going for a Body Slam, breaking his Substitute, and now he is more vulnerable, and I'm gonna have a safe opportunity to go out into my Joan Rivers, and she will not have to worry about getting hit by any kind of move behind a substitute from Hitmonlee. So he is going to go for a Rock Slide, not going to be doing that much damage, and I'm going to be going for a Stab, super effective Psychic, which will do massive amounts of damage, but because Hitmonlee has a 110 or a 105 base special defensive stat, I don't remember right now, it is going to be taking it pretty nicely, and it's going to live with a little bit of HP, enough so he can get his Salad Berry boost, but it is unfortunate kind of because it's not going to be doing that much useful things, because now he's not going to be having a reversal or anything, and he's just going to die to Elite Seed anyway. But I know it was only a little bit of damage, but ultimately it does do a lot of good for a wall Pokemon like Celebi, because it's a wall. So I'm going to go into my Falsetto, because I know that my Falsetto can easily stop a Celebi because it has Shadow Ball and it has a lot of special defense, but he's going to be going out to his Weezing. And now that I see that Weezing, it's like, dude, he has an Umbreon and he has a Weezing, which have immensely good coverage, but the only thing that's a problem with that is that Weezing has low amounts of health. So I basically have to take out this thing, and once I do that, then I'll break his defensive core, and I'll slowly be able to take him down more effectively. So I'm going to go out into my Zapdos and then double switch out into my Joan Rivers. I didn't know he was going to bring in a Tyranitar, but I'm like, okay, now that he's in here, I'm going to be predicting him to go for a Dragon Dance, so I am going to be going for Elite Shoot so that Joan Rivers can get more health, because I know that with the Sandstorm up right now, I'm not going to be getting that much health back because my Leftovers is now negated, which is truly unfortunate, but I still have Elite Seed and Recover, which will help with that, so it kind of mitigates it. Now I'm going to be going out into my Swampert because I wanted to see whether or not he had Hidden Power Bug or if he had Fire Blast. Usually, you know, if you have Fire Blast, you know, I can't go into Fortress, but I know that if he has Hidden Power Bug, then I'll be able to go into Fortress and then set up some spikes and effectively scare it out, because Fortresses usually have things that will super effectively hit Tyranitar, whether that being Hidden Power Bug or Earthquake. Now, yeah, I'm going to go into Star Spirit because Star Spirit can easily take an Earthquake, even though he does have +1, and even though he has a 134 base attack stat, because it is a Fortress with a 140, I do believe, defensive stat, which maxes out at about 405. So I am going to be getting a lot of health back due to the Elite Seed. He is seeing that this is really not effective for him, so he's going to go out into his Umbreon so he can set up some stuff and try to get me to just not be able to do anything back to him, because I really can't do anything much to a Umbreon generally except explode on it. So this is not good for me at all, so I'm going to be having to switch out into my Snorlax, because I know that my Snorlax can easily break these substitutes if it goes for a Body Slam or if it goes for an Earthquake, so whatever he brings in will be able to not have that substitute in and it'll be good for me. So now he's behind the substitute, and it's pretty unfortunate because he's going to be able to go for a mean look, which is kind of bad now because now he can go out into that wheezing, which is just terrible for me. I was hoping he might have went into it now, and I guess that wouldn't have been good because my earthquake wouldn't have been able to hit it, but still. Now he's going to be able to baton pass into it safely, and it's just like, dude, now this thing can go for Will-O-Wisp and ruin my falsetto, but it's okay to an extent because actually it's not, because I can't kill it and I can't go for a heal bell because I can't switch out. So he is going to go into his wheezing. It's kind of bad for me because now I don't think I can do anything to it, so I was going to go for a self-destruct, thinking that my body stem wasn't going to be doing that much effective damage anyway because I was burned. But he is going to miss his Will-O-Wisp, and I'm like, oh my god, out of everything that had to happen, my full health Snorlax, which was just healthy, eating just fruit, and the grapefruit from Kanto, even though grapefruit shouldn't even exist, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is bad. So I'm going to go on to my Celeste as we both have a double switch out, and it kind of sucks because I went into the wrong Pokemon, because now he's going to bring in his Umbreon, which I can't do anything to. So now I'm going to have to switch out again and go into Buttword, because another Buttword is now the most effective thing to take out his substitutes now, because Buttword has the most attack out of all my Pokemon right now, I do believe. So and I'm gonna go for an Earthquake, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken right now, because I don't think he has anything on his team that can resist or is immune to an Earthquake. So I am gonna be effectively breaking it, and now it's kind of bad now because he's still mean with me, and now he's faster than me, and he's gonna be able to baton pass into anything that he wants to. Now I'm kind of thinking, should I go for a Toxic now or should I go for it later? I don't know, but I do have Toxic, so whatever he goes into, I should be able to do that and then be able to stall it a little bit. I was thinking he might go for, you know, switching to Celebi, but he didn't go to Celebi, and I'm like, okay, hi, what are you doing? You're just not as good as I assumed you would be. But anyway, it's okay. But he's gonna go on to his Vaporeon now. He's gonna go for a Toxic, and he's thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna win now. Well, I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen because I have my Toxic myself, and I know that my Toxic will be doing massive amounts of damage to you, and you just can't go out to Celebi now because you can't just do that. And now, if you do, then I'll be able to switch out because my mean look won't be on me anymore, and I won't be afflicted by it. But he has baton pass, and I'm like, okay, great. Now it's okay. It's fine, I don't care. Anyway, I'm gonna go for an Earthquake, not knowing that he had baton pass, and now it sucks because now he has a Celebi, which I really can't stop effectively because my Ice Beams will not be doing more than half damage to it, and essentially he can be getting his recovery back due to Lead Seed and or through Recover. So now he's gonna go for a Lead Seed, and I'm gonna go for an Ice Beam. It's not gonna be doing that much damage. Like I said, this thing must be special defensive based upon the fact that the physical attacks that he's taken has been doing a lot more damage than the special ones he has been taking. And it's just like, oh my gosh, Hyde, why do you have a special defensive Celebi? No one uses that. And you have an Umbreon, what's the point? So Lead Seed and Toxic is going to be taking a huge amount of damage for me, and it's going to be more progressive each turn, so I don't know how I'm going to be effectively living because my Swampert is just not that bulky and it doesn't have a way to recover HP, which is just bad. And I think I do lose it later on if I don't have anything to do other than just die, so, or get a crib, but that's not gonna happen anyway. So I am gonna be getting a lot more health lost to me. He's not even going for an attack, and look how much health I'm losing. It's just bad. Residual damage will do this kind of thing to you, so you should have an effective way to stop it, which I did think I did have, but unfortunately because he's just ridiculous and he mean looked me, I can't really do what I can do to stop this kind of situation from freaking happening, and I lose my Swampert, which I did need because my Swampert is usually my defensive wall in my tank, but now that my tank is gone, I don't have any tank. So now I'm gonna lose my Buttword, I do believe, to Toxic, and it's just terrible because I don't have it anymore. But I am gonna go into my Star Speed because I know I can effectively set up some spikes now, because if he just goes for a Lead Seed, I don't care because I have Rapid Spin, or I could just switch out, and he can't really go for Toxic, or it doesn't even have Toxic, and he can't go for Psychic because that's not really that effective. So he is going to be, I do believe, switching out into his... No, he didn't. It's a Lead Seed. Okay. I'm going to set up 3 layers of spikes now, as Hyde is just really doing non-logical things, and it's just not really working out for him, because it's like, why are you going to go for a Lead Seed on something that really can... what? But okay. So now, I do believe I switch out, if I'm not mistaken, into my Jirachi, which I do in fact do, as he goes for a Perish Song. I don't know what Hyde is doing. I guess he gave up all hope at this point because he's really not making effective plays right now. I should have switched out into his Umbreon before I set up too many layers of spikes, so he could have went for a Wish before he died, but now he's dead. So anyway, he's gonna go on to his Tyranitar because he knows that my Tyranitar, or his Tyranitar, can stop my Jirachi pretty easily, and unfortunately my Fire Punch isn't going to be able to burn it, and now this thing is going to be a huge threat to me because it's like, dang, this thing has 134 4 base attack set. What am I going to do? I'm going to switch on to Star Spear. And then Star Spear is hopefully going to be doing a lot of damage with an Earthquake, but I'm not really certain because Tyranitar's, I do believe, have a 110 base defensive stat, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know Tyranitar's defense is like that because it's more known for its defensive stats, but he is going to go for a Dragonite, thinking that he could do a lot more damage to me after he goes for one. I would have just went for a Rock Slide so I have, you know, more chance of flinching, but because he didn't go for an attack like that, I am going to be able to go for an Earthquake and get a crit, which did matter. I know it mattered because my Fortress doesn't have any attack investment, and Tyranitars naturally have high defense, and it's just like, I'm so sorry, Hyde. I know that probably costed you the game, and it mattered, and now you lost. Yeah. But I can't control crits. Now, he is going to go out into his, oh gosh, Umbreon, and he's going to let it die to Spikes, which is kind of bad because I really would have just used that as different kind of fodder, so I would have had a wasted turn, but whatever, it works. So I am going to go into my Celeste now because I know my Celeste can easily stop his thing, his Celebi now, because it has Fire Punch, and if he goes out into his Vaporeon, I can stop that too because I have Psychic and because my Spikes will take immense amounts of damage from it now. So I'm going to be going for a Calm Mind because Calm Mind is the most effective thing to do right now, and I know that he can't really do anything else to me besides just go for Elite Seed, so I figured he was just going to go out into his Vaporeon. Regardless, I still go for a Fire Punch, and you think that's kind of stupid, but I really did want that opportunity to get the burn, because if I did burn him, then he would be at a point of HP would he just die from the damage from the burn. So now I am going to be going for a Psychic because I know he can't really switch out into his his Celebi again, because I mean now he's able to die to the Spikes and, you know, etc. So he is going to be going for a Wish, unfortunately, before he is going to be dying to the Sandstorm damage, and it's kind of bad for me because it's like, dang, I didn't want him to have that because now his Celebi is going to be able to get more health back, and it's just not good for a wall like him to get more health back. So I am going to go for a Fire Punch, and I'm going to burn it, and now it is going to be less of a wall now, especially if he goes for a Parasong. But you shouldn't give up hope if you go for a Parasong when you have your last Pokemon, because who knows, you might be able to take out 4 Pokemon in 3 turns. So, Hyde. So now I am going to be able to go for another Calm Mind. Basically, at this point, all I need to do is make sure I don't lose and lose all my 4 Pokemon in 3 turns, because if I do, it's just going to be bad. But I'm going to go for a Calm Mind, and I hope that he won't go for a super effective Psychic and it won't take me out. But he goes for a Recover, and I'm like, yes, I might win now. I'm not sure. He could go for Beat Up or Fury Swipes and go through the rest of my team. I don't know, set up like Mega Spikes, I don't know what can, I don't know, it's bad. But I am right now going to be switching out into my Fortress because it's like, you know, at this point you might as well go out with a bang, because I mean at this point I really can't do anything else because he has only 1 turn to take out my 4 Pokemon, and I'm thinking like, this is the most logical thing for me to do. I must just go out as dramatically and unnecessarily as possible because that's what I do. So he's gonna go for a Heal Bell to heal back his burn, which is just detrimental, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go for an Explosion now because I don't know what else to do. But my Explosion was immaculate, it was beautiful, it gave me 8 star points like in the contest, and unfortunately I'm gonna lose my stars here. But I do take out his Celebi before he got the opportunity to take out the rest of my Pokemon, so that is why I beat OMGHIDE, and now he is off of his high horse, and now he understands that I am the better 3rd gen player, and he can't be acting all cocky like that because then he'll get destroyed. But good game, Hyde. Don't talk shit again because what'll happen is that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like if you like it, dislike if you dislike it, comment if you're cool, subscribe if you have it, share if you have the balls, and favorite if you are Fortress. So recently I made a new intro, and I'm really happy about this intro, and I will release it soon. I am kind of happy because I have, you know, 2,000 plus subscribers now. I was just dying when I was like, oh my god, 2,000, what is this? Now I'm an above average YouTuber, and it's just great. So I will upload that next video, I do believe, and I still have a contest that I have not done yet because I've been procrastinating and because my freaking laptop's acting retarded and stupid, and yeah. But I will probably upload that either after or before I upload this new intro. Now it's just amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys will love it when I upload it. And outside of that, I don't think anything else is happening except for the fact that my Heracross that's named Henry is retarded. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Ace the Third. Please be sure to answer that question. It's in the description. Just go down there and check it out and everything. And I really do appreciate you guys for watching, and thank you for subscribing and everything else. And I will see you guys later. Once again, thank you so much for watching. This has been Ace the Third, the master of 3rd generation Pokemon, and I will talk to you guys later. And I will see you later, and bye.